I'm also recording now.
You just went live.
I did, and I'm still recording now as well. We're going to head over to this page on Twitch. It looks like we're good. Looks like we're about to go live. I'm sure people are about to start seeing this in a second on Twitch and also on YouTube. We are recording this for YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It's taking a while to show up on Twitch. What's taking so long? It's loading. In a second. Is it showing for Twitch, anyone? Oh, there you go. Now you guys can see it. It took a while for it to show up here for us. Hold on. I just muted it. People said, oh my god, 4K quality. No, it is not 4K quality. Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome to the stream and or to YouTube. We are recording this for YouTube as well, like we always do. And welcome to our brand new home in Washington State. That's right, this is the first streaming video of this type that we're doing from Washington. It's been a very interesting, eventful week. We're going to try to get you caught up on what happened this week in this video, kind of a cumulative thing, so you know what's going on with us. We'll give you some information about what's going on later this week and the delivery of all our things so that you know what to expect in the coming week or so. And then we're going to open it up to Q&A. We're going to actually take some questions out of the stream chat and see what you guys have to say about the move, any questions about the home, etc., etc. Okay? So, first of all, hello, honey. How are you? She's apparently mute today. She can't speak. But yeah, so we are currently broadcasting from my office. This is going to be the room that's going to become my office once all the equipment shows up later this week, okay? Now what you're seeing, the view that you're seeing is actually a view, let me close the door here, of the wall. This is a completely blank wall that I'm going to be using for vlogs, for green screen shots, and for various different things that I'd like to do. I've never had just a blank freaking wall in my home to do that kind of stuff before, and that's going to be what this will be eventually used for this week, okay? So, the office, the way it's laid out, I actually did a video on this camera right before this stream to show you guys what exactly the place looks like, but I will be uploading that tonight along with this video and everything. The way it works is that in one corner we've got the internet, we've got the cable modem, all right? The other corner we've got the TV, and the way that it's going to be is one side will be my office desk with, you know, monitors, capture software, capture devices, and or, you know, the wires from the capture devices plugged into my desktop PC and my desk and my office chair. On the other side is going to be my television, my TV stand, all my game consoles set up how it used to be in my living room. And for the short term, it's going to be my office chair. Then it's going to become a part of our sectional couch that cannot fit in the living room. Then it's going to become a love seat that I've ordered and isn't going to probably show up until August. So I've got all this in my head. The plans are in my head. We just have to wait for the pieces to come together and arrive. Right now we're using a brand new lamp that we bought for lighting in here, and it's only on half capacity right now. It could actually get much brighter, so I think lighting-wise will be good. What you're seeing right now on stream is we are using my laptop, the Samsung Meteor mic that we usually use for voiceovers during playthroughs, and the webcam that I usually use for vlogs. So there's no difference here. It's just that we're going through my laptop, and my laptop is nowhere near as good as the desktop, so it's actually delayed a little bit, and so I had to delay the audio here on my Samsung mic in order to be synced with my mouth, okay? So, that's just an explanation. Just an explanation of what exactly is going on here. Now, you may be saying to yourself, you're watching, and some people are saying, it's slowing down and it's speeding up. It doesn't look fluid. Yes, that's because I'm using my laptop. I'm streaming 720p from my laptop, and my laptop is not meant to do video editing, okay? It's not meant to do video editing or anything like that. So it's going to have moments where it's faster and slower. It's not going to be perfectly synced, okay? Obviously, when my desktop shows up, that's going to be solved. This is just a bootleg setup right now, so I can do things like this during this week as we get set up. So, okay. People are saying my sound is quiet. The volume is low. Volume is very low. Hold Hold on. All right, I could fix that, I think. It could be that Windows auto-adjusted. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. We'll see what I can do here on the fly. Testing, testing. Let's see here. I just upped it. Okay, okay. I just upped the levels. Testing. There we go. That might be a little better now. I can also move it a little bit closer. There we go. Maybe that'll sound better for you guys. Okay, I tried to up it. I hope it worked. If not, again, this is the bootleg setup. This is only temporary for me to get stuff going now, just so I could do stuff this week, versus when my equipment shows up later this week, it'll be better, okay? So I guess what we'll do, people are saying it's way better now. Cool. Very cool. Okay. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk about this past week. Let's talk about our experience, honey. What we've been through this week. First of all, the grueling process of just getting ready to move this past week. You know, Leanna showed up on Thursday with her mom.
Yep.
Drove a U-Haul all the way through the state of Pennsylvania, then New Jersey, then New York, finally to Connecticut. And we spent the day unloading Leanna's stuff into my condo in Connecticut.
It wasn't the whole day. It was like a half hour.
It didn't take too long.
It's like a half hour.
And then after that, we ended up going out to dinner at Merritt Canteen, which we vlogged before, so you guys know what that place is if you follow along our vlogs. Her mom stayed at a hotel. We had to pick her up the next day. Dropped her off at the train station. And then we had a long, long day of packing, which we did vlog. So if you haven't seen it yet, there's vlogs of John Rambo helping us, some weird stuff that we found while we were packing. Okay? And you should definitely check that out. But it was fun, but it was very, very, very draining. By the end of that day, I was shot. My back was killing me. Leanna was tired as hell. John Rambo, my parents were all tired as hell. And the reason we had to do that is because the movers were coming 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Incidentally, they didn't come that early. They came around 9:30, which was good because we got a little bit of extra sleep that day. And took the movers a good 5-6 hours, right? Mm-hmm. To get everything out of there.
Yeah, about 5 hours.
And then for us, we basically didn't fly out here till Monday, so we stayed in a hotel room for 2 days and just did a kind of a final little tour of Connecticut. You know, went to Orange, did some fun stuff there. Went and saw my parents' house. If you didn't see that vlog, it's the only vlog ever of my parents' house. It's the only time I've ever walked through my parents' house, and you might want to check that out. They have some cute cats and stuff in that video. And then Monday we flew out here, and that also was an ordeal because that first day, Monday, we had to get up. We had to take our cable boxes and modem from the condo in Connecticut, drive them to the local store for our cable company, drop them off, close off my account, drive to my mom's house, drop off our luggage, drive and get some food, drive to the BMW dealership, drop off the car, sign the final paperwork, get the car insurance settled, get the delivery worked out. When we were done with that, they had to drive us back to my parents' house. Then we got a ride from there to the airport. Then from the airport, we get on the plane, 2.5 hour delay almost. Took forever for this plane to take off. By the time we landed, we were very delayed. Then we had to get here, and that was the thing. We had to pick up our rental car and drive from the airport to here, which took about another half hour. Then it's like almost 10 o'clock, and we're like, man, we need supplies. We have nothing to drink. We have nothing to eat. And we had to run out and grab toiletries and last-minute supplies till we finally got to relax here on Monday night. And, you know, we vlogged as much as we could. And, you know, we did as much as we could, and this week has just been an incredibly hectic week. Every single day, we get up, we, you know, do whatever we need to do to get the day started. Some days we've been eating breakfast here. Some days we wait and we go out and we eat something out on the road. And then we're just off, and every day we've been buying things like that we need, essentials for the house, whether it's toiletries, cleaning supplies, just things here and there, a knife set, dishware, utensils, so we have things to eat and drink with. You know, stocking the fridge, stocking the pantry with things that aren't necessarily foods that we can cook because we don't have any of our pots and pans. They're all in transit right now. So what we're doing is buying things that you can quickly microwave or quickly make, you know, or you don't need to cook at all, you know, a bagel or a sandwich or something like that. And then, of course, there's been all kinds of things we need to furnish the home. You know, in every room we've been putting different storage bins, fan for the, you know, we found out that the central air really isn't that strong. It's not like an air conditioner pumping in your face. It's more like a very cool breeze coming out of your vent. And so we had to buy a fan to blow that air more effectively into our bedroom. Water? Mm-hmm. Waters, drinks, stuff like that. And every day, it's literally been make a list. We make a list, we go out, we check off what we've gotten off the list, and then we have to add more because we find more and more every day that, wow, we need more to furnish this house. We need even more to furnish this house. And over the course of this week, we have done some major things, including we purchased a sectional couch for the living room. We purchased a TV stand for the living room. We purchased a new 65-inch Samsung 3D television for the living room. And I'll answer two questions that people are probably going to ask right off the bat. No, it's not the curved television, even though they had it. We didn't get that. And no, it's not a 4K TV. Number one, because the curved television, you don't even benefit from it unless you're sitting in the prime spot. And being that we're getting a sectional couch, that our goal is, maybe we want to lay on the chaise.
I don't know. Maybe you should ask Michael Bay first before you make that assumption.
What are you talking about?
The curved TV, Michael Bay. You don't remember?
We want to be able to move around the living room however we want with this nice sectional couch. We don't want to, you have to sit dead center in the center to see it. You know what I mean? So we didn't get the curved TV. It didn't seem worth it. And it was a lot more expensive. It was almost $1,000 more expensive to get it. And the 4K is just stupid at this point. It's incredibly expensive, and almost nothing renders in 4K resolution yet. So why am I going to spend that much money on that television? So we didn't do that. We just did a standard 65-inch, 1080p LED HD TV with 3D capability that's going to be wall mounted this coming week. For the dining room, we bought this nice dining set, a hardwood table with 6 chairs.
I picked it out.
You did, and you did a very good job because
everything.
I very much like the new dining set. You guys see it once it shows up. What else? We had I'm losing my mind here for a second. We got a storage bench for our bedroom. That'll be showing up. A love seat that's going to be for this office. The only bummer with the love seat is that it's delayed. It's not going to be showing up until late July into early August. So that's why in the interim of that month or so, I have to figure out like a bootleg way to do my gaming without having a proper seating here. And the movers themselves, who are moving their stuff from Connecticut to here, are going to be showing up on July 6th, which is this Thursday. Okay, so we got the TV coming this Tuesday. We've got, I'm sorry, not July 6th, July 3rd. I screwed it up. Let's go through the timeline. July 1st, which is Tuesday, the TV shows up. July 3rd, the movers show up with all our stuff from Connecticut. It's probably going to take us days to set this stuff up. We've got so much shit. We had over 150 items.
We have so much stuff, yet I will be unpacking the vast majority.
No, I'll be doing, I'm going to have to help you. How are you going to know what anything is?
Yeah, you're going to unpack literally all your stuff, and then the second your stuff's set up, I'm never going to see you again. You're going to live in your office.
That is not true.
You're going to lock the door. You're going to take the hamsters with you.
How dare you?
We're going to have to wait outside.
That is not true. That is not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so, once that stuff shows up, we're going to be spending entire days getting everything set up in the house, I'm sure. Then the next delivery is July 6th. That's going to be all of the furniture. So the chaise sectional, the dining set, the TV stand, the bench, all that's coming on the 6th. By the 7th, we haven't been promised a date yet, but by July 7th, we're supposed to be getting our new car, which is kind of a little bit upsetting to us because we were told we were going to get it within a week. And I'm disappointed because I'm stuck with this rental car. We're currently renting a Toyota Camry. And I'll be honest with everyone. It smells. It's dirty. There's stains all over the seats. And the trunk leaks. Like the day one when we opened the trunk, the whole thing was soaked. And it wasn't like, they cleaned it. No, this was like rainwater soaked the trunk. And ever since then,
it smells moldy.
It smells moldy and it's still wet. We had the car for almost a week. We still can't get it to dry out.
It's really gross.
And now we're stuck with this car probably for another full week unless the new car shows up early, which it could. But they said the latest it'll show up is July 7th. So for all intents and purposes, by July 7th, we should be 100% set up here in Washington. We'll have everything sorted out. We're actually starting to get things sorted out that we didn't know. Like, for example, we had a little remote control. And we didn't know what the remote control was for. We didn't even know what it did. And come to find out, the remote control opens the front gate. We don't need to run out of our car and dial in a number on the keypad. It's just a remote control. You click it and it opens. We also got the front gate is going to be set up with our home phone today or tomorrow. Actually, you said either today or tomorrow. Where when someone comes to the front gate, because this is a gated community, you cannot get in without permission. They'll dial my name or my number. They'll say Burnell and a number. They'll dial it. It'll buzz my phone, and then I can say, who is this? And if I want them to come in, I just press a button and the front gate will open. So that's a nice thing. As you guys can see, our internet and our TV are set up. And what I'm actually going to do here is I'm actually going to go into the streaming software. And what I can tell you guys right now is that we've been streaming for, what, about 10 minutes now, I'd say?
Sure.
And the streaming software has not screwed up or dropped any frames of animation. I know you guys are saying, oh, it's choppy, it's not smooth. That's not because of my internet. That's because my laptop cannot really handle the stream very well, okay? Again, like I said, this is just a bootleg setup. This was not meant to be, oh, this is how Phil will be streaming. No, once the desktop PCs are here, that's what I'm going to be using to be doing the live streaming. I'm not going to be using the laptop. I'm looking right now, I can tell you, yeah, the laptop is very choppy. In fact, if I known it was going to be this choppy, I might not have gone this high of a resolution. I might have went a little lower. But yeah, so we have not dropped any frames of animation. The internet speeds seem good. We've got the modem just here in the office. This is going to be just for me and my work. So for playing games online, for live streaming while I'm playing, and for uploading the videos afterward. That's all this is for. It will not have anything wirelessly connected to it that people will be able, oh, well, I'm going to use my iPad and my iPhone. No, nothing will be wirelessly connected to it. The speeds that it's capable of, I did a speed test before we started this very stream, and the test results that I got was 114 megabit per second download, 24 megabit per second upload. Now, I'm sure that will fluctuate. We're going to have to see during prime times. Does it get higher or lower? But for now, since it is business level internet, I'm thinking it's going to be good. Now, downstairs, this is funny because Leanna actually has her iPad right here. You may be saying, well, if she has her iPad, what is it connected to? We have a second internet line completely separate from this one downstairs in the living room. And that one is running at roughly, I believe they said 50 megabit per second download. And it's supposed to be 10 megabit per second upload, even wirelessly. I tested on this laptop downstairs, and even there, I think it was like 10 and 10, 10 down, 10 up, wirelessly. So it's really good. I mean, from what we've seen in these past couple of days since the internet's on, we're very pleased with the quality of internet that we're getting. Now, we have not done anything professional level yet. Like I said, this could completely change, but right now it's looking positive. The cable boxes. We've had that installed since Wednesday. It's Comcast digital cable. They call it Xfinity. And from what we can see, we get most, if not all, the channels that we had in Connecticut, all in HD quality. We've got DVRs in every single room. Well, no, let me take that back. We have 3 DVRs. One's in the living room, one's in our master bedroom, and one's right here in my office.
Oh, we don't have one in the bathroom?
No watching Gordon Ramsay as you're on the shitter. So,
oh, God.
It's raw, huh? So, God. The goal here is in the living room, what we'll probably do is record programs that we both like to watch, that we'll want to, relax at night together on the couch and watch on the big TV and or things like that. In the bedroom, we may record certain series that maybe we like to watch when we're going to sleep. We'll probably also have some kind of a Blu-ray player set up in the bedroom to watch, DVDs and stuff as we go to sleep. And then the one here in the office is going to be for wrestling. Like, I kid you not, the only reason I got the cable box here in the office is for pro wrestling. So I'll be recording Raw, SmackDown, TNA. That's what's going to be on this thing. And also I'm going to have my PS3 hooked up to it where I can watch WWE Network. So that way, Leanna doesn't have to be subjected to the horrors of the pro wrestling world.
I said I would watch it with you.
You don't want, trust me when I say this, you don't want, one show a week you could probably watch. After you watch Raw 3 hours, and then now I'm going to watch SmackDown, and I'm going to, you will vomit, your head will pop off its hinge, and go, projectile vomit 360, and let's face it, neither of us want to clean up that mess, honey.
Okay.
Plus, you have shows that you like to watch that I don't watch. Right?
But how can I make you watch them if you're in here watching wrestling?
Well, maybe eventually you can, but right now I know there's like, for example, what are the ones that you're watching? Nurse Jackie.
We don't have those anymore.
Well, we could get them if you wanted them. Showtime. We could get it.
Well, You don't have it now, so I can't I can't force you to watch.
Well, what shows? Things. I'm trying to think. What shows were you watching that I don't watch?
The Showtime shows.
Mm-hmm.
Bar Rescue's kind of fun.
Okay,
pretty much everything on HGTV, Food Network. Gordon Ramsay shows.
No, we watch those together. We like those. So our goal here is going to be, we're going to have shows we like to watch together and shows that I know she doesn't want to watch and I'm probably not going to want to watch that she watches all the time. And so we'll have our separate DVRs. You know, you could watch it in the bedroom or the living room while I'm watching my wrestling in here probably once a week. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll make it so that it makes sense rather than, every night I'm in here and you're, that wouldn't make any sense. We'll figure it out. A lot of people have been asking us, so how is stuff going to work? Now that we live together, how will it affect things? Well, first of all, a lot of people, the big concern, oh my God, the stream times are going to change. Oh, Phil's going to stream it later or earlier, and it's going to be all screwed up. And the answer is no. In fact, what we've been doing, we've been waking up the same time that we wake up on the East Coast, only we're waking it up this local time. So perfect example, this morning we woke up around 9 a.m. Because East Coast time, that's 12 p.m., which is roughly the time we get up, around noonish. So we're actually maintaining the same schedule, only it says it's a different time here, but for us, our bodies aren't feeling it, okay? So more than likely, we're going to have our first stream around when we usually would do it, 2 p.m. Eastern time. For us, it'll be what? 11 a.m., right? And then it'll go on until I take my break, which is what, 4 or 5 hours? So 11 to 3, 4 o'clock, we take a break, probably get a meal,
So we're going to have normal people schedules? For
the most part, it will be pretty normal because when you think about it, let's say we get a meal for an hour and a half. So we resume streaming what? At, 5:36. And then I go to 8, 9 o'clock. And then now we have a few hours to stay together, do whatever we need to do before we go to sleep. And we go to sleep at a reasonable hour, like 12, 1 o'clock.
What do you mean do whatever we got to do? What is...
Chores, cleaning, anything, household stuff.
Okay, I'll hold my breath for you to start doing that.
She really doesn't believe that I'm going to do it. It's just funny.
Hey, who did the laundry today? Who did the laundry?
Yeah, you wanted to.
But who did it?
You did, because you wanted to.
Exactly.
And our washer and dryer sing to us, just so everyone knows.
Yes, it does. It plays music.
Mm-hmm.
Plays happy music.
We have an LG washer and dryer. It's almost brand new. When they complete their cycles, they go boop, 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 and that's how it alerts you that your clothes is
But you can hear it throughout the whole place now because we have no sound dampening.
Yes. So that's another good point that we should bring up. So right now, for this next week, no gameplay. I just want to make that clear. No gameplay. We can't do gameplay. There's nothing here. There's no consoles. You know what I mean? I have the internet. But as you can see, even the quality of this stream is very low because this laptop can't even really handle it, all right? And that's fine. What we're going to be doing is trying to set up the house as much as possible, getting ready for this delivery on the 3rd. Mm-hmm. What we really need to get right now are rugs because as you can hear right now, you hear this place sounds like a cave. Every room sounds like this, a huge echo because we don't have anything in place. Now, once my stuff moves in here, my computer desk, my TV and my TV stand, and my other stuff that's going to be moving in, probably it won't sound as echoey. But downstairs, are you kidding me? Have you seen the height of the ceiling in our living room? It really sounds like we're living in a cave. So what we're going to try to do is get some rugs this week, and we've been looking around different furniture stores. We haven't really found anything great yet. We found 1 or 2 that we kind of liked, but it wasn't didn't blow you away, oh, I love it, I need it. And so we're probably going to be spending a lot of time this week trying to find stuff like that, the final furnishings before the furniture shows up, because you need that stuff on the floor before the furniture shows up. And other odds and ends. There really is not too much going on until the stuff starts getting delivered. Now that we've ordered everything. I mean, there are still things like I need new shorts. My shorts don't fit me anymore. I need to buy new shorts. And, things like that. That's not a big deal. We can always go out and get stuff. We have our pets now. If you guys didn't see last night, we did our first vlogs with the hamsters. And our hamsters are our new pets, and we have to get stuff for them, like somewhere to put them when we're cleaning their cage. So like a little ball or a house, something to put them in. They like fresh vegetables, so we're going to get them like chopped cabbage and stuff like that. Maybe grape here or there, stuff like that.
Carrots, little carrot shreds.
Right. So maybe we'll do stuff like that from time to time. But for the most part, the major shopping is done outside of finding rugs. And then once all the furniture's in, all the stuff is installed, I'm up and running and streaming again, then it's time for the little things, right? So for example, our bedroom. our bedroom blinds are broken. I had to break them because they weren't working when we moved in. I could not get the blinds down. It was completely broken. And I had to take scissors and snip the freaking wires off of the blinds to get them to come down so we could have darkness in the bedroom. People weren't peeking in. And it's a pain in the ass, but I had to do it. There's little things around the house like that. There's a really annoying spider in our garage that's real big. He's like this big, and he's a big-ass black butt. I'm hoping it's not like a black widow. But I sprayed the hell out of the thing with cleaners, and he keeps coming back, so we're going to have to get bug spray to kill him. You know, little things like that, right? Little things around the house that we need to take care of.
Oh, so when I say I see a spider, oh, it's a little baby spider. You see one, oh, well, you know, it could be dangerous.
Did I not kill the other spider today when you told me to kill it?
Yes, you did.
There was a big, hairy, brown spider in the living room, and I squished him. I didn't want to, but I had to, because he was in the living room, and
Why
he wouldn't leave.
make it sound like that? I mean, this evil
You're not
bug
evil.
killer.
You're afraid of bugs.
I'm not afraid of all bugs. Just spiders. Just, at this point, spiders and ones that like, have really freaky bodies.
All right, fair enough. Some people just asked in the stream chat, will we be painting? The answer is yes. But not immediately.
Aww.
First of all, this office I think is fine. I like the color of this office.
Actually, the office used to be orange because over there you can see a stripe of orange on the very edge. They painted it.
I think the whole house was orange, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, it was.
Weird people.
Well, except for the living
here.
room. The living room was mustard and tomato.
Oh.
Ketchup and
terrible.
mustard.
That's terrible. But, so yeah, I think this room is fine, especially for filming purposes, to have a nice clean backdrop. And like I said, I will be getting eventually a nice green screen set up here. This will be perfect. However, your office is like hideous orange.
It's the only room that didn't get painted, which is bullshit.
It's so bad.
They spent the money to paint the living room, dining room, kitchen, hallways, obviously, the stairway, the hallways, the bedrooms. Every single fucking room except my office, which was it's smaller than this.
And it's so bad. It's two different colors in there too.
Yeah,
like
because obviously, like they had to repaint one wall or something, and the color faded, or they got the wrong color. It's so fucking hideous.
Freaking bad.
The hamsters are complaining about it, Phil.
So we will be eventually painting. That's like the last thing, though. Like, you know what I mean? We got to get the furniture in. We got to get settled in. I'm working. Everything's functional. Then we say, okay, I got some spare time on a weekend. Let's get some paint in here. And by the way, there is extra paint in the garage. They left extra paint for us and rollers and everything. So we actually have the supplies we need to paint it already. I don't think we even have to go buy anything. Just one weekend when we have the time, we got to buy the plastic, put it down, cover the carpet, clear everything out of there, paint the room.
Oh, watch. Yeah. Well, remember I said I wanted to paint? You're like, no, we don't paint.
You're not. How are you going to reach up there?
Oh, now it's a height issue.
How are you going to reach it?
Now it's a height issue.
How will you reach it?
You know what? Bite me.
Okay.
Bite
it's a two-person job. One person could not paint the whole room. Like, one person would have to help the other, And
I'm not painting it white. It's not going to be fucking white.
Oh, okay. Then we'll get a different color. That's
blue.
Fine. That's nice. Nice blue.
It's going to be blue.
So, we do have plans to improve things, to paint things, but our philosophy, get it functional first, because, again, the earlier that I could start working again, the earlier I start making my money. I mean, right now I took a look at the DSP gaming channel, and quite honestly, it's getting very lower views. But that's because there's no new content. There hasn't been new content for a week, and there won't be new content for probably a full other week until I get all my stuff set up and working. So it's to be expected. I was fully expecting it. I do want to say thank you to anyone who did go back and started watching older content, because that's basically what's keeping me alive right now. If I had 2 weeks with nothing, that would have killed me. But that's not what's happening. There is some activity on DSP Gaming, and I would say that if you guys are bored, right? Gee, what did Phil play at a time when I was busy and I didn't watch stuff? Because it's all there. It's all there on demand. It's all available. So, anything that you would like to mention in particular? Or that you like about the house, you don't like about the house, that you want to bring up?
Of all the fucking rooms, though, to not paint my fucking office, the one room that was going to be my little cocoon.
Also, our den, they didn't paint either, and that thing's just as ugly. It's the same, I think it's almost the same shade of orange.
My office is orange. It's not even a nice orange. It's like fucking radioactive peaches and oranges splooge. It's horrible.
Oh,
it's horrible. The hamsters hate it. I can tell. Cinnamon looks at it and says, ooh.
Oh, no, they love it. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they don't.
So anything else, or I think what we can do is open it up to Q&A with the stream chat, because I know some people probably have a lot of questions about the place, what we think about the place, what are our plans for the place, yada, yada, yada.
That is also weird that they put tile in the living room. That's pretty weird.
Yeah. The one thing I can answer before we even get started, people have been messaging me non-stop on Twitter, Phil, did you hear that YouTube is going to do 60 frames per second videos? Well, okay. Number one, my question is when? When does that go into effect? That would be nice to know. No one's really giving me a date, right? Number two, would I love to do 60 frames per second video? Absolutely. For certain games like Street Fighter 4, Call of Duty, and other first-person shooters. Even some games recently like Watch Dogs on PS4 have had a higher frame rate than the 30 frame per second standard that YouTube runs at, and they would look a lot better if you could see videos in that resolution. Problem is, my current setup will not do it. My current setup will not record 60 frames per second. I tried, and it doesn't work. It only, even though it says it's 60 frames, when I go to play it back, it only plays 30 frames per second. So what I'm going to need is a new PC. You know what I mean? A new PC. Probably I'll end up getting a better monitor to make sure that the refresh rate is correct and everything, that I'm seeing the 60 frames per second. And go from there. That's something that as soon as all the stuff is here, my setup is working, the furniture is here, the new car is here, that's kind of the next thing that I want to work on, is getting a new PC. Because let's face it, right now I cannot do 1080p. I tried it. I can't do it. My PC can't handle it. And I cannot do 60 frames per second. Now, I'd like to be able to do one or the other, or both. A lot of people are telling me is that it's not available. I don't know where you're going.
Checking the laundry.
Oh, okay. We have laundry going right now, by the way. But yeah, right now I can't even do either. I would love to do both, but what a lot of people have been contacting me and telling me is that you can't. Like, there's no commercial capture card that can easily do 1080p and 60 frames per second. Then again, how many games are rendering at 1080p? That's another thing to say. I don't know. What's rendering at 1080p? Okay. So there you go. I would love to do it. I would love to do it immediately. I can't. I won't have the capability when I come back in about a week to do gameplay. But I would love to upgrade to it. I would love to get to it if I can. But it's all going to depend on, can I get that new PC right away? What is it I need in the new PC? And by the way, I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it again. No, I am not building my own PC. I'll repeat that. I'm not doing it because, number one, I don't have the know-how to do it anymore, and I certainly don't have the time to learn all the changes and everything to PCs over the past several years. Number two, because last time I tried to do it, a lightning bolt hit a pole outside, fried my PC, and there was $4,000 out the window, and it was like, what the fuck? So I would rather buy, even if it costs a lot of money, buy a PC that's pre-built, that I know out of the box should be working, and I could get, some people have even said, if you go to CyberPower or iBuild, there's like these different websites that you can go to, and you pick the components you want, and then they just slap them together to make this monstrous PC for you, and you don't have to build anything yourself. I think the biggest problem is going to be getting an internal capture card that can do 1080p and 60 frames per second, and having all the equipment hooked up that can handle that as well. I don't know. I've not done zero research. Right now, I'm busy with the move. I'm not concerned about the technicalities of it or anything. If anyone knows about this, is in the know about it, what I would probably say, your best bet if you want to help me out, post up on my forums, thekingofhate.com, and post up there and make a thread about it. And if you make a thread, I can read that at my convenience when I'm back in about a week with all my equipment working, and try to figure out how the hell to do it. Okay? So, that's about it. I guess I'll close the door here. I guess what we'll do now, I would like to open up the stream while my girlfriend checks the laundry. Open up the stream to Q&A. If you guys have any questions about the new place, about how things are going to work, go right ahead and shoot here on the stream chat. Keep in mind that, unfortunately, the stream chat is very delayed. It's actually even more delayed today than I think it has been recently, and I don't know if that's because my stream setup is through my laptop now or what. But I'm going to wait now. I'm going to see if there could be questions. Shoot them. Shoot them over in the stream chat, okay? And we'll go from there. So let's see what people have to ask. The first question is from, the first question is, do the hamsters have names? Yes, if you watched the videos last night, you would have known that we did name them by the end of yesterday. Their names are Cinnamon and Raisin. Cinnamon, it has a darker stripe on her head. She's more active than Raisin. She loves running in the wheel. She actually has come up and licked both Leanna and I. Raisin seems more like the homebody, the one that likes to nest, to eat, to kind of keep herself a little bit more. Although she does come out, she's definitely not as active as Cinnamon is right now. That could change. I mean, keep in mind, they're only a few weeks old, but we'll see what happens in time with the hamsters. Okay. Someone says, when will I open the mystery bag in the garage? I don't know. As you guys, if you saw my garage walkthrough video, there's a lot of stuff in that garage that I don't know what the hell it is. Gloves. It looks like someone who like used to put their hands in like industrial strength chemicals.
Dexter?
There's like 1,000 pairs of like thick gloves and just all kinds of shit in that garage. I'm gonna wait till, like I said, let's get everything set up and working. Let's get the house furnished. And then when I have, oh, it's a Saturday and it's a slow day, then I'll start checking that stuff out. Jealousy put the chat in sub mode to ask me if I brought any capture devices with me. The answer is no, and I do not plan on capturing anything until my equipment shows up. So please remove the chat from sub mode so other people can ask questions. Are we going to attend any 4th of July events while here in Seattle? We haven't talked about it. I guess we should look up, right? We have not had a chance to even look into it. I guess that would be something nice to do, right? So maybe if they have fireworks or whatever in Seattle, because we don't know. However, we haven't looked into it. Quite honestly, our stuff is being delivered the day before, on July 3rd. We may end up being incredibly busy July 4th, but maybe we'll spend the day setting stuff up and then that night go out and see fireworks. I don't know. I guess we'll have to look that up. We've got a little bit more than, we got a week. Right? We got a week to look that up. So that's this Friday? Yeah, 4th of July is Friday. So we'll have to look that up.
Oh, well, here's a nice one. Phil, is Leanna pregnant? She looks it. How about go fuck yourself?
No,
How about go
people
fuck
are just
yourself?
Idiots. People have been saying that for, she looks pregnant. What are you talking? Yeah, look at, my God.
I'm so immensely fat.
People are idiots. We're just like people who still say I'm fat. Like, I've lost so much weight. Like, what are you talking about?
Do not worry. Neither of us are fat or pregnant. Well, I hope you're not pregnant. I mean.
Someone wants to know if we're going to try the Doritos Locos tacos at Taco Bell, now that we have a Taco Bell locally, and my answer, quite honestly, is yes. I will be trying all of the local fast food. We've got Taco Bell, we've got Arby's, we've got In-N-Out, we've got Wendy's, we've got Carl's Jr. a little bit further away. We've got, what was that other one? Pizza Hut is right down the street. We've got there's a Taco Time. I think I saw Del Taco. Pretty much any of the fast foods that you can think of are near here. So when we get around to it, yeah, we will be checking those out, especially when they have new products we see advertised on TV. DSP Tries It is going to have a whole new life breathed into it here in Seattle, because literally every restaurant you can think of is nearby, which is pretty crazy.
Ew, sweetie. Ew, Taco Bell.
All right, looking for more questions. When are you guys going to cook? That's a fair question.
That's a great question. When are you gonna cook?
I will cook once all our stuff is delivered, once it's all packed up, because here's the thing. All my frying pans, my pots, my pans, all that stuff that I would use to cook is being moved right now. Once it shows up, I am going to plan a big event one Saturday. It'll be slow Saturday, obviously, when hopefully there's nothing going on, and I'm going to make a pot of my family recipe Italian sauce with meatballs, sausage, all cooked into the sauce. It's a family recipe that's been in my family for generations. The thing is, we do it the real way. Right? We grind the tomatoes by hand. We cook the garlic and toss it in there. We season all day.
Now it's
we make the meatballs. I'm talking about my family, sweetie.
Yeah.
We make the meatballs and everything, and we do it by hand, and it takes all day. It's literally a project that takes all day. So what I may do is take like a Saturday when there's nothing going on, and okay, I'm gonna make the sauce, and then as it simmers, go play a stream. Like, oh, I'm gonna play some Street Fighter. Play for an hour. Oh, gotta take a break. Go take a break. Stir the sauce. Go back. Play more Street Fighter. Go back. Stir the sauce. That could be like a perfect thing to do on a Saturday. And I've wanted to do that, but I never had a reason to. Because when I make sauce, you make a lot of it, you know. And I'm not gonna eat sauce for 2-3 months straight. Now that I actually live with my girlfriend, we can share it, and we can use the sauce not only to make things like spaghetti and meatballs, other pastas, right? You can also make like a meatball grinder, sausage grinder.
I don't like grinders or meatballs.
What about sausage? You like Italian sausage?
Yes, I do.
There you go. Nice sausage. You know, even you like a sausage grinder. I think you would. Yeah, sauce. You like nice Italian sausage, right? You love it. The flavor's delicious. So yeah. So you can make multiple meals and dishes with Italian sauce, and that's really what we'll be looking to do. That's a big thing. Now, other meals are going to be, further down the pipeline as we get enough dishes, enough, utensils and things to cook. Right now, I have nothing like that. It's all coming. When it all shows up and we're all set up in the kitchen, then we can go shopping. And by the way, even that, the supermarket is less than a block away. We can shoot right over there, get fresh veggies, fresh fruits, meats from the deli, fish, and we can learn all these new dishes that we can cook. But we can't do that till the stuff shows up. So that's coming. It's in process, but we can't do it yet. Okay.
People are asking what happened to my dog. Well, we decided to eat the dog.
But yeah, she was delicious. That first night, we were a little hungry, and we took care of it.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
All right, you want to tell them what really happened?
What really happened is she's staying back at the apartment with Chi-Chi and my mom because, A, she's young. She's only 3. So she's still incredibly hyper and incredibly mentally immature, but
right.
she's kind of a dummy.
She's hard to control, let's face it.
Yeah,
she's
hard. She's so nutty.
She doesn't listen. She runs around. She will eat stuff. She's eaten your shoes. She's eaten your equipment before.
Oh.
She would be too much, especially in a place like this where we're just trying to get set up. That to have a dog running around eating everything, no way. It wouldn't work.
Plus,
right?
she doesn't know how to go up and down stairs properly. She likes to hit her head on the stairs when she goes up them.
But also, like Leanna said, she's only 3, and those 3 years she's lived with another dog, and there was no way that we were ready to take on the task of 2 dogs at once. It's enough that we're living together for the first time. We're taking on this responsibility of a house together. A dog, could it be in the future? I mean, I don't want to let it be I love dogs. I'm a animal lover. I mean, we got 2 hamsters here. We've only been here not even a week.
And the next door neighbor has a cute dog.
The next door neighbor has a cute little dog named Leo. This is a very dog-friendly facility, but I didn't want to rush into, let's just do it. Now you got dogs you can't control in a new house, and it would be too much. So there's a possibility that in the future maybe we'll get something like that. For now, I think a nice starter pet like the hamsters is a great idea.
I like them. And Cinnamon likes me. Cinnamon gives me little kisses.
Yes. All right. Let's see any more questions.
Phil, have you been in the attic in the house?
No. For those who did watch the vlogs, we do have an attic. The attic is in the master bedroom. There is a hatch leading into the attic. I've not been up there. We don't have a ladder yet. Eventually I'm going to buy one, but we don't have... The thing is, and a lot of people don't know this about a townhouse where there's like a condo association like we have. I am not responsible for anything outside the house. Anything within the confines of the house, including the electrical, the piping, things like that, I am. But the rooftop of the house, the greenery around the house, I'm not responsible for at all. So really, when you think about it, there's not that many reasons why we need to buy a ladder, okay? One reason would probably be if the light bulb blows out in the living room with those super high ceilings. And the other reason would probably be if I need to go into the attic. Some people have asked, will I ever go in there? There's a strong possibility one day I'll go in there. But again, that's something that you think about way, way, way down the line. You don't think about that, right away I'm going to go just buy a ladder and jump into the freaking attic for no reason. I got more than enough stuff I'm taking care of right now, so...
Someone asked what our favorite part about Seattle is so far.
I don't know, because we didn't go there yet. I mean, we were in Seattle in April, and the city itself, we had a lot of fun touring it and tourism-wise, but we haven't been there yet. We're actually to the south of Seattle in a suburb. There's many different suburbs around Seattle, and we're to the south of it. Now, if you mean, I guess in general, what they really mean by that question is, what do we like most about being here?
Everything.
Well, let's see. What is your favorite things, and then I'll say mine.
The people are nicer, even though some of them are kind of stupid and they don't always have their turn signal on. The traffic is almost nothing. The weather is better. Sales tax a little better, but everything else seems to be cheaper except for the gas. Ugh, gas still sucks. The food, oh my god, the food is so much better. Oh, except for pizza. Obviously, we will have to make our own pizza, which that kind of blows because
yeah, no Italian
food out here is
no
like
Italian
shit.
at all.
Ugh.
Right. For me, number one, the weather. I no hurricanes. Allergies are in control. As you can hear, I've been talking this whole time. Have I had to go or?
Ew.
I did it then just for an example, but did you hear me doing it? No, because the weather here is so different. The atmosphere is different. My allergies are very slowly going away, which is great. I needed that. You guys know, that last week that I was in Connecticut, I had a freaking sore on my throat and everything was just out of control. Things are going to slowly get better. I get the feeling the longer I stay here, my allergies are going to clear up and things are going to get better in that regard. For me, with the very limited amount of things we've done this week, the two things that I like the most. Number one, that I have complete control. And what I mean by that is, in my old condo, oh, well, you can't get what internet you want. Oh, well, if it snows, now you're stuck at home. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, there were all these things that were out of my control. I really feel that here, I can do whatever I want with the house. I can do, if I want to go out, there's nothing that's going to hinder me from ever going out and doing stuff that I want to do. It's that kind of a place where I really feel independent here. And that was different. Back in Connecticut, I felt confined and limited. Here, I feel independent. And number two, by far, my God, did we pick the best location. Everything you can think of is within 3 miles, including, I already mentioned all the fast food. The local grocery store / kind of variety store, it's called Fred Meyer, is less than a block away. The place is amazing. We've gone there every single day to buy more stuff, and we're probably going later today to get even more. A huge asset and a great place to shop, and we're really enjoying that. The local mall is less than 3 miles away. They've got every department store you could think of, every chain store you can think of. Everything is there. Clothing, everything.
Starbucks.
Well, Starbucks is absolutely everywhere. That is true.
It's so freaking. Oh my god! It's everywhere.
Just other like Jimmy John's, which I never tried before, is all around. We found a Quiznos, which closed down completely in Connecticut. We found a Quiznos that's local to us.
Target.
Target. There's a Target right across the street from the mall.
There's 2 we've been to.
So everything is literally within like a 3 to 4 mile proximity. We've been driving every single day, all day. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We drove 4 days all day. I've barely used more than 1/8 of a tank of gas.
We've driven, I think the farthest would be from when we went to the airport to home, which was like 10 miles, give or take. That was like the farthest we've driven. Everything else is like 5 miles or less.
So that's what I like the best about it, is that we are actually finding that everything is within a local radius. We don't have to go far to get anything that we need. Best Buy, there's a Best Buy right there. Fry's, which is an electronics chain out here that's good for odds and ends. Everything is worked out really well. We even said this is like nuts. This is like such an upgrade for us. Back in Connecticut, you want to get this or that way, you got to drive 15 minutes this way, 25 minutes this way, just to get to where you're going. Here, within 5 minutes, we can do anything we need to do. Okay.
Someone said, will we have a hamster cam stream between your breaks instead of having a break screen? Go to the hamster
cam.
Yes.
It's possible. What I need to do, I would have to get a wireless cam because I wouldn't want to. I definitely wouldn't want to run a wire across the whole hallway here. So it could be possible if I could get a wireless webcam that could broadcast from the room next to. We could do a hamster cam. We could go between that. Yeah, it's possible.
That would be so cute, little hamster cam. Of course, the problem is I'd be coming in there. Hello, little Cinnamon. Oh, Cinnamon loves me so much.
Okay. Some people, all right, a slinky bitch asked, will we see a lot of change in scenery when I do things such as the weekend preview Ask the King? I mean, well, yeah, I'm not in Connecticut anymore. I'm not going to be filming in the same spots. What I may do once I get the love seat is whenever I do those vlogs, move the love seat here and have this as a backdrop, right? And I can even, like I said, if I could do green screen or I could set stuff up behind me, I might.
Phil in order to make you more comfortable, I talked to your parents, and we've decided we're going to paint the walls just like they were in the background and brought you your old brown couch.
So it's going to be the half lighter, half darker, off-white eggshell color, and the old... Now, that stuff is staying back in Connecticut, thank goodness. And it was actually kind of funny because my parents told me that they actually went by the condo on Thursday. And outside the door of the condo is this box that's dilapidated. It literally looks like someone destroyed the box, right? And all that's in the box, at the bottom of the box, is packing paper. And my parents asked, gee, did you order that? And I said, yes. Actually, what that was packing paper I ordered 2 weeks ago, and the seller fucking delayed the shipment like 2 weeks, and I got it after we already moved. So luckily, it was nothing that I needed, but apparently someone got wind that I moved and said, oh, I'm going to see what's in this box, and tore it open to see if it was anything valuable. What a fucking asshole, right? Some people are asking, will we be doing more casual vlogging? So, for example, if we're out and about and we want to just vlog, oh, look what we're doing today, or oh, look, we're going to dinner. And the answer is probably yes. And I'm not saying that we're going to have the camera attached to the fucking hip like this and everywhere we go. But if we know we're going to Seattle for the day, we know that we're going out somewhere special for dinner, you know, we're going for a drive in a direction we haven't gone to before, absolutely we'll be taking the camera and we'll be doing vlogs and stuff like that. This is one of the major things that I tried to explain to everyone, is that this move is going to benefit us in multiple ways. Not only am I going to have my own dedicated office, but we're going to have, you know, a whole new world of opportunities when it comes to vlogging of stuff that we can talk about. What I plan to do is once a day, at least once a day, do a vlog of the home. Whether it's, oh, you know, here's a new thing from the house. Here's us making breakfast. Here's the hamsters today. I want to do at least like one vlog a day from the new place, so you guys can see the cool stuff that we're doing every day on a daily basis, making this work, you know, living life as gamers. And I think it's going to be a really neat and unique opportunity, and something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but very honestly, there was nothing to show when I lived alone. And now that we're together, there's going to be a ton of stuff to show. So that's just one of the many things that I'm brainstorming in my head.
Co-op Saturdays, will it still be John, or will it be me now?
First of all, there is no co-op Saturday. It doesn't exist. I already explained this, that once I moved, that co-op Saturday would not exist anymore because it just can't. John's not here to show up and do co-op with me every week, okay? What we will be doing is I will be continuing on with Smart Guys. Now, keep in mind, I am not ready at any capacity to continue it right away. And no, this coming weekend, you're not going to see Smart Guys next week. I need to get my equipment set up and working. I need to get a TV in here so I can actually record and watch the wrestling shows, okay? But eventually, probably in 2 to 3 weeks' time, then we'll get back up and running. And every Saturday, you're going to see Smart Guys with Rambo and I. We're going to be doing it over Skype. But in addition to that, I already tossed the idea to him, and he loved it, is that we're going to do another show that same day. It's going to be John and I do like a mini podcast. It won't be too long, maybe a half an hour to an hour, where we just shoot the shit and we talk about hot topics, things going on in our lives. Now that we live across the coast, it's going to be very different of the things that are affecting us. He might be in a blizzard and I'm in a rainstorm. He might be in a, you know, heat wave and I'm having cold air. Who knows? You know, it'd be fun to see the differences from coast to coast. And we haven't named it yet. We're thinking about it. John and Phil shoot the shit, or coast to coast with DSP and Rambo. I don't know what the hell we'll call it, but we want to kind of do an ongoing, like a mini podcast weekly like that as well. Now, co-op gameplay. With John and I, it's only going to happen in a few situations. Number one, if we both are buying a game and it has online co-op capability. I'll be honest with you guys. There haven't been a lot of those. There really haven't. If you remember, the way we used to do it, John would come to the condo and he would have his own setup. I would have my setup, and we'd both go on the internet together and matchmake together and play. We haven't done that in a long time. In fact, the last time I remember doing it was like Dead Space 3, and maybe there was 1 or 2 other times last year. There just weren't a lot of opportunities for that. So, no, in that regard, there's not going to be a lot of that. In regards to couch co-op, so for example, if a new Mario Party game comes out, sure, Leanna and I will play something like that. Ooh. You know, new games that are that kind of style, and you want to see people playing it locally, absolutely. That's the kind of stuff that we will be doing, you know, locally. And there's other things coming out as well, I'm sure, that we'll want to do co-op, and if there's capability to have other players included, we'll talk to people along the way and see if people can join us online to play. But no, things are changing. I explained this. Listen. The times are changing. There was a time when I was stuck in Connecticut and, you know, John made the effort to drive an hour and a half each way every week to do that co-op. We had our blast. We had our last hurrah, and that chapter is done. I still will be doing stuff with John on a weekly basis. John and I will try to see what we can coordinate with games coming up of things that we can play over the internet, but it's not going to be like it used to be. It's just the way of things, okay? Things change.
People asked if I'm going to do direct capture or do Twitch live streaming, whatever. Maybe.
Yeah, I would say it's a maybe because it's going to depend on can we get her older PC working, which by the way has been broken for like a year. Once I get my hands on it, I'll see if I can fix it. If not, we have another PC, which was the PC I used to use for video editing. Could she use that to do that kind of stuff? I have direct capture devices. I have the Roxio Game Capture HD, the Elgato, and the HD PVR2, all of which can do it. Can we get it working and set up with a PC and her consoles? Maybe. I want to get her, a nice office set up in there that maybe she could do it too. But it's all in the future. You know what I mean? That's once the business that makes the money gets set up and we're settled in, then we can try to see if we can get that set up too. Okay.
And I could do the 24-hour hamster stream.
Yes, you could. The hamster special stream.
What are you looking forward to the most in the long run now that you're finally settled in and starting a new chapter of your life?
I hate those questions. I don't know. I don't look that far. I don't look 10 years ahead and say, what do I want to do in the long run?
I could ask you what you want to do next week, and you'd be like, "Ooh."
It's like I'm just not that kind of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, clearly. But what I'm most looking forward to is getting married, having 2.5 children.
Oh my God! Listen to this baloney. What a bunch of baloney that is.
I, sir, am offended. I am offended.
Have I considered upgrading my PC instead of buying a new one? No. Because that PC has been broken since day one. It has cracks on the fucking case. I have to jam things into the side to not make the fan make noise. One of the hard drives was never installed properly and the wires are damaged. That PC needs to be buried, okay? I need to start fresh. I don't need to upgrade. I need to get a fresh working configuration that works from day one, not a gimped out computer, which is what I've had ever since I bought that one. So there's your answer there.
Is there going to be a DSP tries it of weed? Or will you review the dispensaries?
Stupid questions. All right, we'll probably take one or two more here, and then we're going to wrap it up, everyone. We got stuff to do today. We've got stuff. We have to go out shopping, get cabbage for the hamsters. I might go, like I said, go look for some shorts. We're still looking for rugs, so we're going to look for furniture in rug stores. We could try to do that. We're still looking for a desk for Leanna, so maybe hit up Staples or Office. There's 100 Office Depots out here we saw. We can look at that kind of stuff. We got a lot to do still, even though
here's some good ones.
We're a week into it. There's a lot to do. Oh, what do we got?
We got. Now that you have the larger space, will you do the DDP yoga? And will you attend any sporting events since Seattle's got its own sports teams and the state of Washington has sports teams?
DDP yoga is possible. What we'll need to do is figure out where can we do it effectively, because think about it this way, right? Once all the stuff's moved in, there's no room again, because you're gonna have a couch in the living room taking up all the space. You're gonna have the dining sets taking up the dining room. You're gonna have this room's gonna be jam packed with stuff. The only room that really will even have any space would be your office, but there's no TV in there right now.
The office, or could we somehow jerry rig up the nook in the master bedroom?
Could you? Yeah, but the problem is that it's so long and not wide that there may be positions and stuff we can't do. And again, there's no TV in there. So DDP yoga I'd love to do. Is it something, again, in the long run we can figure out? Probably. Is it something we're going to be doing immediately? Probably not. All right. Any other questions? Or are we done?
What about attending like events in Seattle, like sports things, concerts?
I mean, is there a possibility? Absolutely. Again, people are just asking these questions that are like so long term. Like people have already asked me too. Oh, are you going to all the conventions? I haven't looked into it yet. Listen, this is like that's what you do 2 months down the line when you're settled in, everything works. All your stuff's delivered. Your home feels like a home. It's not an empty cave like it is right now. I'm like, these are great things I'll look into, but these are like way future view for me. I'm not thinking about concerts. I'm not thinking about sports. I'm not thinking about conventions. These are things that will come in time. Already people message me, Phil, can I meet you? No. No, I'm too busy. This is the time for me to have private time to set stuff up. You want to meet me? Sure. 6 months to a year down the line when I'm attending conventions, I'll be publicly announcing it and you can meet up with me there. But just chill out for now, guys, and let me set up my stuff and we'll go from there, okay?
So fans are not going to be coming to our place for fancy parties.
Absolutely not.
I was just asking if you're going to play certain games or something.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much, at this point, conked out on questions. I don't really see much else.
Will you two ever get married someday? There you go.
Again, can I please set up the house? Please, you ask this. Yeah, of course, that's what I'm thinking. I'm dropping all my money. All my savings are being paid for this house. Immediately, I want to think about a wedding. Oh, these people.
2 years together, Phil. 2
These
years.
people. All right, everyone. I think we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everyone. We have over 800 people on the stream, even though the stream was choppy. Again, I apologize. That's not the internet. That's actually my laptop could not handle the 720p streaming. If we do this again later this week, maybe I'll downgrade the video quality so that it doesn't chop up like that. But thanks. I hope that this has been an informative video and or stream for you. If you wanted to know what was going on with us, thanks for attending. As you can see, we're here and we're healthy and happy. We just need to get the rest of the stuff here and get going, okay? There will be more vlogs. This video is being recorded, but there will be more vlogs today. And we'll go from there. So thanks, everyone, for attending the stream. I really do appreciate it. And I guess that's going to be it, right? Any final things to say, honey, before we sign off?
Nope.
No. Okay. That's it, everyone. Tonight, more vlogs on the King of Hate vlogs and this video as well. And we'll go from there. All right, everyone? Peace out. And we'll see you later.